Hey, this is Armando Nino, and this is my garden. I live on Lake Conroe here in Walden, and I have, since February, been kind of documenting the transformation in my backyard after the freeze. We did everything in there. We got it all set up. We cleared off the weeds and the rocks and stones, and then we tilled, leveled, and we partitioned off our garden areas and where we were going to make it happen. I'm going to show you that. Brought in some stone and slate, and then penned out our gardens, kind of getting an idea of where everything was going to go, and how we wanted to plan the garden in the backyard. So once we got it all tilled, we did a little trenching, like cornrows kind of thing, all the way around, and then started filling it with different things. Basil, tomato, flower, just inside there. And these portable herb gardens I had got going before, just seeing through to a new season. You can see their progression is in the background as I show you around the garden. Basil everywhere, and as it flowered, the basil just started dropping seeds, and they went everywhere. But I'll go through the garden and show you around. Biggest grub I've ever seen in my life was dug up while we were pulling stones out of the ground. We tilled it pretty well. But February 15th, 18th, as you know, Texas got a whole lot of snow. So we got to hit the reset button, which, again, that was into February, and we're mid-July. So this whole video has been produced from February to July pretty much. We thought we lost my daughter's pineapple, so we put a new one out there. They're both in the garden and both growing now. So that's back then. This guy we thought was dead. Wasn't even there. There was nothing. It just came up and just kept coming out. It's potato at the bottom of the screen on the right now, and then mint on the left, and this palm just going wild. And you'll see it growing in the background as well as I pan around the garden. But flowers here, flowers in the back, flowers in the front, and there it is. There's the whole garden. Okay, so those little sticks in there, that's all it was after the freeze. So these little branches started coming. You can see them back there. They just kept on coming. The chocolate slate and grass starting to get it home there, and you can see them. These were the sticks were in the front. Both are flowering plants. The moonflower started taking because we put it out of that bucket and put it in the dirt. This guy starts forking here. It's two big branches. Just keeps on growing. I didn't realize that everything over here from this pink flower right here all the way back to the gate are all night bloomed flowers. So I have my little midnight garden. These flowers bloom at sunset. They'll start opening up, and then after noon or 11 noon, they start closing back up again and don't open again till sunset. So the moonflower, same thing. You can watch this guy grow on the fence line, how high it gets and how it thickens, and how many more there are here. Every day I went out there and there were twice as many as the day before. Like, wow, this plant's popping. See it fully opened there? That was a good shot. And then you can see just the amount, and in the daytime they close back up. In the evening, wide open. There it is. And there it is now. That's today's morning. I mean, it's closed up already. It's hot, so this thing's all closed. Anyway, everything's kind of going big. The biggest blue jays, biggest beetles, biggest grubs, everything. It's just really going big in the backyard right now. And here we are when we were starting. These stalks down here. There's the moonflower first taking root. Is it going to take? I didn't know. Will the fence kill it when it grows on it? Yeah, it went nuts. And it loves the fence. And these guys bloom at night. I think it's called the moonflower. And there are blooms all over it, as you can see. And just, like I said, going off. Gardens, it took well, and often I think it's just a lily. It was given to me for Easter. I don't know why it's in that collection, but there it is, the moonflower, how it unravels, its lines, its texture, its process. It's pretty interesting. Way cool how the hard lines on some of these flowers and how attractive and sleek they look. There they are, the moonflowers, a bunch of them opening. The purple ones, then there's just the plain whites, then there's this iris, I believe. There it is, there's the moonflower. Wide open. And that's how they started, the little purple ones in the back there, and they went to that little, bugs loved them. Anyway, I did treat them with a little 7 dust liquid, and we did do a couple of miracle grows and treatments, and then the herring underberry, and then the homegrown composting, and then we did a little weed and feed in the yard for the grass that didn't involve the plants, but look at that purple one. That is just so cool. And it was like leather. These buds are opening all over the place constantly. They only last like 2 or 3 days. The moonflowers, it's usually just 1 or 2. But the purple ones, then they droop down like this. They fall, they break, and then they leave a little string. There it is. Let's see, top side view. And there's what it was. Yeah, getting thick in there. There's all the basil just going off. And I let one of the basil plants that was growing poorly grow its flower, and once they grew these top flowers, little white ones on the left, they went crazy. They just put seeds everywhere. This guy's just growing up in the corner here. It's a very bright purple flower. I don't know exactly what it is. It's a transplant. Again, my neighbor Kim gave me that one, and it has taken in abundance back there. 4 or 5 of them back in that left corner. But this is the tomatoes up front here. There's like 4 tomato plants, and then the flowers, those purple blooming flowers here in the back that have been growing. And that was a random growth from the compost. I don't know, or we spotted it and just let it grow. Same with the cantaloupe. We pulled the cantaloupe out of everywhere in the garden, and there's a tree. And we moved the cantaloupe there so it would be in the right spot. So we didn't intend that bucket was there. We didn't intend on that cantaloupe going there. There's the moonflower taking, and here it is now. There's the cantaloupes going nuts, and tomato, cantaloupe in the mid, tomatoes on the left and right, some mint, the flowers on over here on the end cap, and then that's the yard this morning. Yeah. Tomato plants going crazy, cantaloupes going nuts. That's all of us. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around.